everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another Christmas decorating video. So we are going to be decorating my house for Christmas, doing some of my favorite areas. So decorating the railing, so putting like garland and ribbon up the railing, the staircase, decorating the entryway, a little bit of the front living room area and the playroom. So it should be a really fun video. I hope you guys get some inspiration. By the way, if you missed my living room decorating where I did all of this in the background, I will have that link down below, as well as my kitchen Christmas decorate with me. Okay, let's get into it. Now, before we get into the decorating, I did want to take a second to talk about the sponsor of today's video. So this is a product that we got for our home pretty recently, and it's just been so much fun. It's been convenient, my kids love it. This is the Upstraman mini fridge with freezer. So you'll notice, and I'll show it even more later in the video because I am going to be decorating the kids' playroom for Christmas. But basically, we have a playroom upstairs that we've sort of transformed into a movie room because it has a couch that pulls out into a bed, and then we also have a projector up there. So we tell the kids it's a movie room. I feel like when you're younger, everything feels more magical. So even though it's a small playroom, I like for them to think of it as like the movie theater room, and it feels like that because of the projector. So we thought it would be really fun to have a mini fridge up there because the kids spend so much time up there. We have family movie nights up there, and so we just thought it would be a really fun idea to stock it with things like yogurt, applesauce, pouches, juices, waters, things like that. So like I said, this is the Upstraman mini fridge with freezer. It has some amazing features. It has a compact single door. It has an adjustable thermostat with 5 different temperature settings, and it's quiet and energy efficient. Now, when it was coming in the mail, I was just expecting like a typical small mini fridge with shelves. So I was so surprised to see that it even has a crisper drawer so I can keep greens or fruit fresh. And it has a little mini freezer that has its own little ice tray. So this would be perfect for like a dorm, offices, like anywhere where you just need a fridge that's a little bit smaller. It really has everything. Now, something else to keep in mind is the door is reversible, so you can switch it to the other side if you need to, and the legs have adaptable leveling, so it really can fit into whatever space you need it to. I just feel like this would be the perfect Christmas gift for family, for friends. They have an amazing sale coming up for Black Friday with up to 43% off. So I will have them linked down below if you guys are interested, and thank you so much to them for sponsoring today's video. So this is what our entryway looks like. As you can see, I took down all the fall decor. I gave it a really deep clean. That way it would be ready like a fresh start for all of my Christmas decor. Hello. Okay, I apologize if you can hear the washing machine and the dryer going upstairs, but I'm about to start doing the railing, and this is like my favorite part. This and the mantle of Christmas decorating every year. I've talked about this before, but we bought this house last year, and our old house was a 1-story, and my number one thing with house buying was that it needed to be a 2-story house so I could have a staircase to decorate for Christmas. I think just because I always grew up in 2-story houses, and my husband grew up in a 2-story house, and so the idea of like a home and like Christmas at home to me was having like a staircase decorated. And I remember being younger and decorating the railing with my siblings, and I remember my mom used to have these tiny little Beanie Baby ornaments, or maybe they weren't even ornaments, but they just had strings on them, and we would like hang them in between, and it was like my favorite thing. So all that to say, we are about to decorate it. I don't have any fun ornaments like that, but I am going to make it look really pretty. But before doing the railing, I actually think I'm going to put a garland on my mirror. If you missed my living room decorating video, I will have it linked down below. I just posted it yesterday, and so many of you guys loved that I put that garland around the mirror in there, so I'm going to do it in here as well. Okay everyone, so how was everybody's Thanksgiving? If you celebrate, of course. We had a really good Thanksgiving, but it was a little chaotic. So normally what we do is we go to my mom's house at like noon, and we stay there. We eat like a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock lunch, and then we go to my in-laws house at like 4, and we eat again at 5, and it's perfect, and it's evenly split down the middle, and you know, we get time with both families. Yesterday morning, my mom texted me at 8 a.m. and she said, "You up?" ? And I was like, "Why?" and she was like, Thanksgiving might have to be at your house, and she sent me this picture. So basically what happened was she was up at 6 a.m. thawing the turkey, the frozen turkey, in the sink, and then she heard a super loud crash and slam, and the sink broke with the turkey in it. Water went everywhere. So it was very chaotic. So we changed up the plans really quick, and my whole side of the family came over to our house for Thanksgiving, but it ended up being the best time, and it worked out perfectly because since we have 2 young kids, it was actually a lot less stressful just to have it at our house. So it was a really, really great Thanksgiving, but it did start out a little bit chaotic. Now I'm gonna have timestamps on the bottom of this video, so if you're not interested in anything, feel free to skip ahead. This is actually a clip that I took a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to include it in here. So as you can see, this room was really messy. This is like our front formal living room area. I also had this picture I wanted to hang on the wall. So I thought I would include this in this video, just me getting the room ready and all cleaned up and hanging up the picture before we get into the decorating. So we don't do a ton of decorating in this front room for Christmas. One, because we don't spend a lot of time in here, so I don't want to spend the money to decorate it when no one's going to really be enjoying it. But I do really love taking one of our extra Christmas trees that we have and putting it in this front window. That way when people drive by, they can see the Christmas tree. I feel like that is one of my favorite things, is driving by and kind of getting to peek into people's houses with their Christmas trees. So this is an old tree that we've had for many years. It's kind of falling apart at the bottom, and I definitely still need to fluff it out, but it does the job perfectly and it looks beautiful from the street. Okay, so here is the garland that I have for the staircase. It's from Kirkland's. It's that one that everybody talks about. I'll have it linked down below if you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's just like a very, very realistic looking garland. I love it, but it's like $40 for one 6-foot garland. And I used it last year, it worked out perfectly. So I'm sure it would have been better if I got like 1, 2, 3, 4. But the thought of spending $40 on another garland, I was like, I cannot do that. So somehow I made it stretch where it was like 1, 2, 3, and it worked out perfectly. So we're gonna do that again. And you'll notice on here, I actually attached them together last year with zip ties. It worked perfectly. It made it just look like one really long garland, and I just kept them like that. And then the way I'm gonna hang them up on the banister is with zip ties as well. So I have a bunch of different options on the dining room table. I think I'm gonna do what I did last year. So I got this from Hobby Lobby, and then what I did is I broke off like different, like this would be a section, this would be a section, and basically made little guys like this, and I tucked this into the garland, and then I tucked some of these into the garland, and then also some of these just to add a little more color and texture, and then finished off each swoop with a big red bow. So I think I'm gonna go for that same look again this year. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I like this. This is what I did last year. Is it too much? Like, did it look better before? I can't decide. But, you know, I can always change it around. So let me know if you guys prefer with these little things added for a little more texture, or without, because I can always just pull them right out. Okay, so as you can see, I'm working on the upper half. However, you will not get an after shot of the upper half, because in order for the bottom part of the staircase to look good, the top half has to look a little wonky. And it just does not, I mean, you know, it does the job. I have the garland up there and I did tie some bows, but it's definitely not my best work. So I feel like no one's eyes really look up there anyways. So pretend it looks as good up top as it does on the bottom. I like having the grouping of 3. Ooh, when in doubt, add a candle. Okay, wait, one more idea. I'm going to take these away. I think this will fill this space a little bit better. So I'm taking a wreath. I found this at a thrift store a couple years back. And then bringing my candle back in, kind of tucking that in the center. Okay, so this is why I never get rid of things like this. So this is a little section of some red berries from Hobby Lobby. And I saved it because I'm always like, okay, I could possibly use this. So I'm gonna rip those off and kind of stick them in here just to add a little bit more red. Now guys, if you're not subscribed yet, I would love for you to think about possibly subscribing. It is completely free. All you have to have is a YouTube account, and that's totally free. You just enter in your email and then you have a YouTube account. And then if you subscribe to me, it'll make it so that my videos show up in your subscription box on YouTube, and that way you don't miss out on any future videos. And it also helps my channel a lot because it basically tells YouTube that I'm making like quality videos and that they, you know, can trust to push out my videos and trust that I'm making good quality content. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to. I have a lot of great videos coming soon. I make decorating videos for every single season. This is my, I want to say like 6th year decorating for Christmas on YouTube. So yeah, I would love for you to subscribe. And if you want to help, another thing you can do is always leaving a comment or giving the video a thumbs up. Helps a lot. Okay, wow, that made a really big difference. I'm not sure if you can tell as much on camera, but that added red really did help. So next we are going to be doing the playroom. So this is our little playroom, toy room area, and there were a couple like regular decor items I wanted to add in before I added in the Christmas decor. Okay, so this is what we call the toy room slash movie room, because usually we have the projector right here, and my husband and the kids, I never really have the time to, but my husband and the kids spend time in this room almost daily watching movies on the projector on that wall. So I want this room to be a little homier and cozier. So something that I think is a really great idea for decorating in a toy room is just using books that you already have. So the kids have a ton of books. They're in a bookshelf in the guest room right now. But I found these like acrylic bookshelves, and I'm gonna hang these up and put books on there, and the books will kind of act as decor and they're easily accessible. So I'm gonna hang up a couple like just typical decor items in here to make it a little homier, and then I'm gonna decorate this room for Christmas, bring up a Christmas tree, hang some garland from here. I found this in my Christmas decor, which I thought would be really cute on top of like the book area. So I'm really excited. Now before I ever hang things up, I always put them up with push pins just to see what they would look like. So just gonna kind of go for it really quick. Okay, so I just pulled a bunch of books that can go on that bookshelf because I want it to be Christmassy in here. So I found this one, Paddington and the Christmas Surprise. This is Are We There Yet? But for some reason it looks like a birthday present, so this is perfect. And then this is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, but it's red and green, so I thought that would be great. This is also kind of red and green. I don't know, I want it to look a little bit festive up there. Okay, so it's been a couple days since I filmed hanging this up, and I don't know what happened to the gingerbread lane sign. I have this hot cocoa bar one that is pretty similar. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna put this one up, but then when I find the gingerbread lane one, I'm just gonna switch it out. So hot cocoa bar doesn't really make sense, but you get the gist. A fun way to add art to like your kids' rooms or their playrooms, if you want like colorful art, is just to have your kids draw something and then frame it. I feel like, you know, they're proud of it. William was really excited that I framed his artwork, and basically it was like a bunch of different Christmas pictures that he had drawn, and I cut them out and put them together to put in one frame, and he really loved how it turned out. It's super easy to switch them out. I got this pack of white frames off Amazon years ago, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and they've just been sitting in the closet. They're very cheap frames, and you can tell in person that they're really cheap, but they do the job. They look really pretty. I can switch out the artwork whenever I want, so I feel like that is a win.